What's up guys? Happy New Year's Eve. My name is Andy. If you haven't already checked out some of my videos, I totally encourage you guys to do so. Maybe subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with me and be awesome every week. You know, I don't really know why I thought that was catchy, but we're gonna roll with it. I made a ton of changes in 2017 as far as my lifestyle, so I thought that I would kind of share my favorites, my staples that I kind of used every day. I am transitioning into like a zero waste, no waste lifestyle. However, I am just a beginner, so some of these things I'm barely starting to use. One product I haven't even used at all, and I thought I would give you guys a little background. Back in 2015, I read an article about zero waste, and it was about this woman who, I think she was like really young actually. I think she was only like 15 or 16, and she wanted to live a zero waste lifestyle. She saw how much trash was being collected at the dumpsters, and after she noticed how much waste she was actually accumulating, she decided to go zero waste and try and figure out ways that she can reduce her carbon footprint and not create so much trash. So there are a ton of alternatives, and I will definitely be making a video about zero waste and kind of how you can kind of get started. I am not a professional in any way. I am just beginning myself, but these are some staples that I have used along the process. And then I just have a few of my all-time favorite staples that I have discovered in 2017, and I'm super excited to share it with you guys. So let's get started. So first we are going to start out with this bag. I got it from the company Find Your Symmetry on Instagram. I will link them down below. They're a company that I have worked with before. I actually collaborated with them on one of their t-shirts. It has all of the 7 chakras going down the t-shirts, and I absolutely fell in love with their product. It's eco-friendly, and all of their stuff is eco-friendly. They're starting to make a ton of products now, so I would definitely recommend checking them out. Like I said, I will leave their Instagram linked down below. This bag is the bag that I'm carrying everything out of, so we're just gonna kind of pick out some things so I can show you guys some of my favorite staples from this year. So first we have this thermal mug. I was extremely excited for this because during 2017, this lighting is like horrible. Time out. So in 2017 was when I started to drink loose leaf tea. I was tired of just getting the little containers of tea and then having to throw them away from places that I had been to. I can carry hot water up to 135 degrees in this, and it will keep it warm, which is probably one of my favorite things because like I said, I either drink tea or I can put coffee in here. That brings me to my next staple, which is this loose leaf tea holder. It's probably one of my favorite investments. I have an herb store pretty close to my house, so I can just go get fresh herbs, whatever I want. Lately my go-to has been like lavender, rose, and chamomile. I usually just kind of make like my own like little tea blend with it. I also use Usui leaf, which is kind of like the base of the tea. All right, my next and favorite and most simplistic item is the mason jar. This last year I read an article and it was talking about how every straw that has been made since the 1920s is still on this earth today. Every piece of plastic that we've ever used, every cup that we've ever gotten, every little plastic thing that they give you at Starbucks, you know, to kind of like hold your drink and make sure that it's warm or whatever, every single one of those is still on the planet today. And that really freaked me out, especially when I just like started looking into reducing my carbon footprint. So I decided to get a mason jar. I have also seen sterling silver straws, and I think I'm gonna invest in one of those. I would definitely 10 out of 10 recommend it. It's like my own personal water bottle that I get to take around with me everywhere. It's not plastic, so it doesn't have any BPA or anything like that. It is just made out of glass. And you can pretty much get these at like Walmart, Target, I'm sure maybe even the Dollar Tree or like Family Dollar or something. So that was definitely one of my favorite things that I switched to rather than having to use harsh plastic water bottles. So this next product I love bragging about because it's probably like my #1 investment that I made this year that I was super excited about. Those of you guys who have been following me on social media for a while, you'll know that a few years ago I went away from fluoridated toothpaste. I stopped using like Colgate and like the mainstream toothpaste because I found out how much fluoride it has in it. And as a yoga teacher, it's really important for me to keep my pineal gland clear so that I am able to really kind of work with my classes and I'm really able to receive the messages that I need to receive. One of the things that really freaked me out when I was researching fluoride was that it deteriorates your pineal gland. So for those of you that know or those of you that don't know, your pineal gland is located inside of your brain. For those of you who have taken psychology, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, fluoride fluoridates it and decalcifies it. So once I found that out, I started to think about the things that I used that had fluoride, and one of the main things that I used was toothpaste. So a few years ago, I totally got rid of fluoridated fluoridated toothpaste. When I first made the switch, I switched to Tom's toothpaste, and then I found out that that also had fluoride in it too. I don't know if that was like true or if it wasn't true, but I stopped using Tom's, and then I went to Dr. Bronner's, and for me, I just felt like I wasn't getting the cleanliness that I needed from Dr. Bronner's. When you don't have fluoride in your toothpaste, it doesn't foam up like it normally does when you do have fluoride in your toothpaste. I didn't really mind that it didn't foam up, but I did mind the fact that I just didn't feel like my teeth were clean enough. So when I was at one of the farmers markets this past summer, I found this tooth powder. It really makes my teeth feel clean. Like when I'm done washing my teeth, I feel like they're almost like polished. Like I can rub my finger on my teeth and it sounds squeaky clean. And it has very few ingredients. It has baking soda, sea salt, freshly ground white sage, freshly ground myrrh, pure grade essential oils of tea tree, and spearmint. So all you have to do is dip your moist toothbrush into the dip, and then you just brush as usual. So that leads me right into my next one, which is this toothbrush. It is a bamboo toothbrush. And for those of you guys that know, or those of you guys that don't know, toothbrushes are actually not cruelty-free. The little bristles that they use on toothbrushes are actually made out of animal fur, like the kind of thicker fur. They kind of use that as the bristles. However, this toothbrush is cruelty-free. It uses recycled material for the bristles instead of having to use any type of animal in the process. Keeping up with hygiene here and the idea of simplicity, I switched up my deodorant. I hadn't been wearing deodorant for a few months. I was kind of letting my body detox from like the aluminum and all of the other harsh chemicals that they put in regular deodorant, and so I was really happy to find these little finds at, again, our local farmers market, which barely has any ingredients. They're made by the company New Mexico Organic, and basically what you do is, this is kind of like a cream. So what you'll want to do is just kind of pick out some of the cream, and you'll then just put it under your armpits per usual. Or they also give you this little stick, so it's just like a roll-on deodorant type thing, and you use it the same way that you would use deodorant. Again, this has extremely simple ingredients. All it has is coconut oil, shea butter, beeswax, baking soda, arrowroot powder, and essential oils. Same thing for this, except it's just in a cream form, and this is the roll-on deodorant. So the next product that I want to talk to you guys about, I am going to be making a vlog review and a blog review about it. The product I'm talking about is a moon cup. So for those of you guys that don't know what a moon cup is, basically it replaces your pads or tampons. That way, instead of having to use pads or tampons, you can actually just use this cup. It is used pretty simply. They give you instructions with how to use it, so basically you can use it like a tampon, and instead of absorbing all of your menstrual waste, what it does is it contains it instead. I was really excited to be able to change all of my bathroom stuff up this year. Like I said, I'm transitioning to a zero waste. Moving on to the laundry room, I switched out my laundry detergent for some laundry soap. They're literally just soap berries. Basically what you're going to want to do with this is just take about 10 soap berries and just add them to your wash and wash your clothes as usual. I would definitely recommend maybe adding like a little bit more essential oils, because obviously because you're not using detergent, it's not going to smell as nice as you're maybe used to your clothes smelling. So moving on to the kitchen, I do have a few favorite staples that I got this year. This being the first, it is just like a little scrubby thing for your dishes, and it has bamboo on the end of it, and the top of this was actually made out of recycled material. And these bristles are cruelty free, which I also thought was really awesome. I didn't really know how much we actually use animals as a part of like our everyday life, not just for food, but like actually like other things that we really don't need to use animals for. Then I switched out my usual sponge that I kind of get from like Walmart or Target or like random places like that do kind of have like the plastic bristles, and I switched for this. It almost like reminds me of like an exfoliant that you would like use on your body, but it's for your dishes, and then on the back it has like a regular sponge. And lastly, for the kitchen, I opted for a Miss Meyer's Clean Day. I really like this scent. It's just like a lemony scent. I'm more of like a plain person. They have like other scents, but I definitely like the lemon scent a lot more. The reason that I really like this, again, is for the ingredients, you guys. Like, that is the one thing that I really paid attention to in 2017, is what does this product have in it? Do I morally support this product, or do I not support this product? Does this product have a ton of chemicals, or does it not have a ton of chemicals? I think that that's really important to look at. I'm really glad that I started to become conscious of it this last year, and hopefully through some of my videos I can allow you guys to be a little bit more conscious. So it's 100% recyclable, and I really like that. One thing that really made me make the switch this this year was thinking about the fact that what we consume is what products get pushed at us the most. So the more that we can consume these kind of 100% recyclable or bamboo products instead of plastic, that's when the companies, the major companies, are going to start saying, hey, you know, this is what the buyer wants. So I personally made the choice to start being a little bit more conscious when it comes to where I put my money and what companies I support and what values I'm supporting. And I don't know if I'm taking that a little bit deeper than it needs to be. With the way that the world's going right now, there's no issue and there's no harm in putting a little bit more conscious effort into reducing your carbon footprint. That was the last product of 2017 that I completely fell in love with. I really hope that you guys like this video. I am going to be doing a video on transitioning into zero waste, kind of like a beginner's guide to transitioning into zero waste. So if that's something that you want to see, I suggest hitting that little subscribe button and maybe click the bell so that you can get notifications for whenever I upload a new video. Otherwise, I hope that this new year brings so many blessings to you guys. Other than that, I hope that you guys have a fantastic new year, and it was a really great 2017, and I'm so glad that I got to share some of my favorite staples with you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope that you have a great day, night, whatever time it is. Hope you keep it safe. Bye!